Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking how to cut the perfect line. The first step of you brushing in the perfect line, you got to pick the right brush. There are different types of brushes that you can purchase. The flat across the top, no sash. And then there's the sashed, which means your brush goes on an angle. These are the ones I'm going to recommend with the sash because this will allow you to get a straight line. The brush that I pick above every other brush is going to be the Wooster Rat Tail 2-inch. I'm going to explain why this is my favorite brush, but you got to watch till the end when we actually start cutting in. Okay, let's talk about taping. I know this can be frustrating to some of you, but I have some tricks and I have some tips that will help you along the way. So if you look here, I have a perfect horseshoe across my trim. Most people might do this in 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of tape. I want to teach you how to do it in one, and the reason why, when you go pull your tape, you get to pull 1 piece instead of 5, and that's where it gets frustrating. So the first thing to do, lay down your tape in 3-foot sections. When you do this, it allows you to guide your tape. See how loose everything is? Now I can just take that little bit of tape and apply it. When you get down to your corner, use the edge of your finger, dig in the corner. Nice and straight, okay? Again, 3-foot sections, pull it, stretch it where you want. Stretch it where you want. Keep going. You're gonna be tempted to break this tape on this corner. Do not. Press your finger into the corner again. Ride your tape up, keep going. Keep going. 1 piece. Now, when you're finished, press your finger nice and tight along the edge across the surface. This will allow for the air pockets to come out. No one, and I mean no one, can cut a straight line with a paintbrush to your trim. Maybe your door casings, but your baseboard, absolutely not. I am a professional. I've been doing this for 12 years and I use tape on every single project. Multiple reasons for that. First, you can actually get spits on your baseboard. This is from when you roll your wall up and down. There's little flicks that come off your roller, and if it hits your baseboard, you're going to see it over your beautifully painted trim that you just did. So first of all, you can't get a straight line, and second, it will destroy your freshly painted trim. So use tape. You know, on this channel, we love to give away the tips and tricks the professionals don't want you to know. I want to put them on a job right now. I want to teach you how not only to tape, but how to seal your tape so when you pull, you get no bleed. You ever taped and painted and been frustrated when you pull because there's little bleeding edges all over the place? Let's fix that. There's 2 ways you can do this. The first way, you can either caulk your tape edge and pull all of that caulk out, or you can use your paintbrush with white paint to seal the edge. So your initial bleeds underneath the tape are going to be either caulk or paint. We are now getting ready to start cutting in, and one of the first steps is how much paint do you put inside your cut can? It's important you don't put too much. It can be taxing on the wrist. It can hurt your thumb as you're holding your can. I like to say about 1 inch to 1.5 inches worth of paint. Not much more than that, not necessary, because if you put too much, the paint can actually ride up onto the heel of your brush. Just makes things a little bit harder than they need to be, so about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. As you're getting ready to cut, when you dip your brush in your paint, what I don't want you to do, I do not want you to scrape, because now you have no paint to put on your wall. Rather, I want you to dip your brush and light taps on the side. First, obviously dip your brush, and as you go to apply your paint, you're gonna want to come below your actual cut line. The reason for this is you're already gonna have too much paint on your brush. If I were to try to put this in the corner right away, I could maybe get a straight line, but it's gonna be overwhelming. So first, start with your paint low. Now the next step, do you remember how I taught you in the beginning of the video? There's an angle to your brush, that's called the sash. And then there's the sashed, which means your brush goes on an angle. I want the point of my sash, or the longest point, to work away from me first. So I'm gonna take some of that extra paint down here, and I'm going to pick it up and I'm gonna put it inside the corner. This is the first step. That's actually already pretty straight, but I'm gonna do even better. The next step, and this is the most important one, I teach all my employees this I want you to actually take the sashes of your brush and I want you to turn them backwards. So it's actually gonna come away from you. So now I've actually flattened my brush out and I'm pushing as hard as I can so that my bristles have no more ability to move any further. Now I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna draw it right into the corner. And I'm gonna make sure I cross over my original line. Take a deep breath. I don't want you breathing too hard when you do this. When you've run out of paint, smooth out the bottom portion of paint so we don't have crazy brush strokes. And this will give you the illusion of a perfect line.